What? Really?
Yeah,
he's just been using text-to-speech this whole time. I'll believe it when I see it.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time. We're live.
The time is now.
It's
The
time.
is arrived.
We're
not late. You're late.
You're late.
Oh no, I'm late. I need to find a stick to pee on.
Late to the party. We're rolling through it. We play tabletop games and have fun. And we're not very good at being a show, but sometimes we're pretty good at playing tabletop. Sometimes. Right now we're playing Bubblegum Shoe, which is a game where teenagers solve mysteries. And the first mystery that you're solving is somewhat serious. And it's also gotten a bit confusing. So originally, Gabriel, your friend, had disappeared. And you were trying to figure out what had happened to him. And you asked around the school. You went to his house. There was a confrontation with his uncle. A lot of stuff happened, really. And then the next session, y'all continued on. Well, some of that even happened in the next session. But anyway, y'all continued on, and you went to Ulysses, right? Or Quimbles? One of the places where nerds play magic.
No, we went to the pool hall, but the pool hall.
Oh, that's right. You went to Balls Ahoy, the pool hall.
Yeah, we went to the pool hall, and the pool hall was closed.
The pool hall was closed because there was a dead cow out front. But all the teens were mostly milling over to Park. What is it? Mark Ark Memorial Park. Memorial Park.
I forgot about that one.
Why do we do this?
I'm sorry. I think that one was actually
there you
my
were able
fault.
to find Cassandra Stickler, who's kind of cool. So getting in with her and her friends meant acting cool, busting out the bottle of absinthe that you stole from Gabriel's house, getting a little drunk, buying cocaine from Cassandra, who, by the way, that's what Gabriel was trying to do. When they were alone together. Was buy a lot of cocaine, and Cassandra said, I can't sell you that much. That's too much. I don't deal in quantities that large. And also you met some of her other cool friends, notably Michelle Ulysses, whose father owns Ulysses. She hates nerd shit though.
Jeez.
She's so cool.
Rude.
So, it was the next day at school, and y'all had arrived at school to some troubling announcements. First of all, Gabriel had been found, but badly injured, and he's currently at the hospital. Second of all, 2 more students have gone missing, but this time, not from Rodney Apple High School, but from nearby Millersville High. Now, the worst part of town to live in is sort of the north side of town. And as you get out of town, you get into this other small township that is technically separate called Millersville. And you always hope every year that you're not redistricted to go to Millersville High. That is a shady fucking school. Y'all's school might have some problems, but we've talked about, you have like the nice FFA barn with the murals painted on it. You have a lot of nice club rooms. Like there's decent things here. Maybe it's, some parts of the building are older. Maybe there's some staff that are less reliable, whatever. Still an okay school. Millersville High is not an okay school.
Wait, I hate to interrupt you. Could you deliver this like it's the morning announcements at the high school?
Well, here, I'll deliver the important bits.
Okay.
Like that here. Attention students. This is principal. What's the principal's name?
Bee's knees.
Waslivovitz.
Waslivovitz?
Gross.
I have news for all of you. Your classmate, Gabriel, was found late last night. But also, some other students in the area have gone missing. Please be on alert and
come to the office if you've seen anything suspicious. There will be a detective here all day to take your statements. That is all. Also, the lunch special today is Salisbury steak.
Oh God, why?
From upcoming news about the recent redistricting, I'm sorry to the families of Penelope Staines, Christian Arnold, and Peter Peterson. You have been redistricted effective next month to Millersville High. May God have mercy on your souls.
Which Peter Peterson is that? Do we
It's
know?
Peter Peterson's
It's
son.
kind of fucked up how redistricting is like a constant threat, and they're doing it like every week.
I mean,
Yeah, what's also weird is how it doesn't happen on like a geographic boundary. Just like 3 random houses will be chosen off the street.
Yeah, it's kind of suspicious, honestly.
why are we doing this to ourselves?
We're creating lore because honestly, it's kind of more fun to generate messed up lore sometimes.
All right, that's fair. Reasonable.
So,
We're
two
all building.
students that went missing are Joey Strobel.
Oh, not
I
Joey.
thought you were gonna say Joey Strokes. That would have been.
No stroking in chat.
No, I swear to God. My God or yours.
Oh, I wrote Joey Strokes.
And Susan Roland. So these are the 2 students that went missing from Millersville High. And more disturbingly, before y'all can even meet up, before lunch, the final period before lunch, another announcement comes through that Joey
and Susan were unfortunately found murdered, and classes will be canceled for the day.
And y'all are let out into the parking lot suddenly. Everybody's out there, and there's tons of confusion. There's also quite a few cops kind of like hanging out and getting statements from some of the students. So again, to recap, Gabriel's at the hospital, and these 2 students, Joey Strobel and Susan Roland from Millersville High, are dead. The connection may or may not exist, but it certainly seems suspicious that this is all happening at once. So you know, the parking lot as like the parking lot is just like a buzz with people because, you know, the buses are coming in to try to like pick some people up. There's also like parents coming, especially because a lot of them are just panicked because they've heard the news. And so they're, even if their kid would normally be bused home, like a lot of people's parents are coming to pick them up today. And so it's just this super chaos in the parking lot. And there's definitely a lot of gossip flying around that chaotic scene, as you can imagine as well. So y'all meet up, and you know, it seems like now is probably as good a time as any to resume your investigation because clearly no more school today.
Something's afoot.
Oh man, you hear about those 2 people who got murdered? What's up with that?
Oh yeah, you want to sign my cards? I've already got them. And I have over 50 signatures for the mourning families.
Where'd you get a card, dude? Like, we've been in school this entire time.
In all of my studies of American crime culture, I have become very well prepared for the incidents of school shootings, murder, suicides, and serial rapes.
Whoa!
Wait, does that mean you have a card ready for all of us too?
Wait.
No, I just have generic sorry for your loss cards in my backpack. It's a Jan Sport, see?
All right, all right. Do we know anything about these 2 kids who died?
Possibly. Really quick though, before we even get into that, All of you refresh 10 pool points anywhere you want.
I think that's like all the points I
I think
used.
that's all the points I used.
Yeah.
That's fine.
One
That's
power
fine if
has
it is.
been refreshed.
That's fine if it is. What I discovered about this game is that I can refresh your pools or give you experience basically at any time.
Refreshment.
We don't have to like solve a mystery necessarily to get there, right?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Sorry. Ignore me.
So yeah, so y'all, you slept last night, and so you're refreshed and you're ready for a new day of investigating, etc.
Sweet.
All right. So like, what do we know these people?
So Spaghetti, you would be most likely, given that you're the most criminal of the three here, to be associated with anyone.
These unfounded allegations. The Youth Auto Reclamation Society is a completely legitimate business, funded in part by O'Houlihan's junkyard and also the school club committee. We receive legitimate funds on a biannual basis from multiple organizations, some of which are anonymous, and the cars that we procure and disassemble and redistribute are entirely legitimately procured. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Isn't that the biker gang?
So, like I said, Spaghetti's the most crimey of the three of you. So you'd be most likely to have a connection at Millersville. Nick, though,
Yeah.
you might also have some connection there. I can tell you that neither of you knew the dead teens personally, but you may have known someone that knows them. So, Spaghetti or Nick, if either one of you wants to make up a connection that you have at Millersville High, let's have it.
Yeah, I got a cousin actually, Gary Bonjeri.
Ow.
Is he
Gary
Gary
Bonjeri.
Bonjeri Peschetti
No,
or just Gary
it's-
Bonjeri? Is it different?
Gary Bonjeri. They're second cousin,
Yeah.
once removed.
Jerry Bon Jovi.
A weird
No,
family.
Gary Bonjeri.
Gary Bonjeri, yeah.
I'm sorry, Gary Benjeri.
What the?
Of Ben and Jerry's fame.
What?
No, Gary Benjeri.
Is he having a stroke?
Yeah, I got a cousin. I got my cousin Gary. I call him G Dog. Yeah,
You're like-
I can maybe give him a call, maybe see what the deal is.
I feel like you shouldn't call him that. G-Dog.
It's okay. It's the 90s.
Is it? I don't actually know what time frame we're in.
Nick, dude, are you okay? Are you feeling all right?
I slept wrong.
Yeah, you gotta work on that, man. I keep telling you.
Nick,
Yes,
have
you gotta
you
sleep
been-
right.
Maybe
I'm not going to your dad, who is a chiropractor. You're not conning me into this. I don't want this.
I'm just saying he can like twist your neck around in like a way that releases. He says that it releases like the dragon chakra in
I'm
your
pretty sure your dad
cerebrum?
works for the mob.
I don't know.
I've seen him punch people.
I'm like, I don't ask questions, man.
Okay, all right.
So
Let's
Gary
just-
Benjeri, your cousin.
He
you
just, he
give him a
just tells
call?
me a lot about the importance of family, and like I don't know, man. Anyway, sorry.
So Gary Benjeri, you're gonna give him a call?
I'm gonna give my cousin Gary Benjeri a call.
Yeah, the G-Man.
Okay, Gary
or whatever.
Benjeri
G-Dog.
picks up the phone.
Wait, quick question. A cousin I have a decent relationship with and see, once or twice every month or so. It's probably like a 3-point relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
probably.
right.
You know.
All right.
So
Okay.
you and Gary get together and smoke weed and play Mario
Awesome.
Okay. All right.
once a month or something.
All right, cool. Hey, G Dog.
Oh,
What's how you doing? I hear some weird shit's going on at your school, man. Some harrowing shit.
Uh,
heroin.
Gary's like, yeah, dude. I don't know how much I can talk here because, obviously you're using the payphones out front and he's on a landline at his home.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, and so, his parents are nearby. And so he's like, yeah, dude, I don't know how much I should say right now. Let's like get together. You want to meet at the skate park maybe or something, or maybe the junkyard.
This definitely the skate park. What's the skate park called again? I'm kind of blanking on the name. G
So
dog.
the skate park is one of those ones that was built like only a few years ago, but is absolute garbage. Like there's almost nothing in it. One of those
and like the ramps are like they just go
3-degree
pretty much
ramp.
straight up, and if you try to go down one, you slam your face immediately. All of like the transfers and whatever, everything has a railing on like the corner of it. So if you're trying to go up something, you you just trip over it because there's a railing just on every surface.
The Apple family, Rob and the Apple, that family was very famous. And so this is named after another famous Apple family member. This is the Bud Apple Skate Park.
Oh, I thought you were going to call it Rolling Through It.
Oh.
All right, man. Yeah, let's meet at Bud Apple Skate Park. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody just calls it the Bud.
The
Bud.
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 Yeah.
Let's meet at the Bud.
The Bud.
And it's certainly one place around town to buy drugs, although you will get gouged. Because everybody goes there looking for weed.
Like
yeah, Freddie. That's where Freddie sells all his oregano.
Is that where you sell? Oh, yeah, that's where you sell your low grade.
You're gonna get stabbed by a screwdriver? What do you mean gouged?
You're not gonna get stabbed there. It's
that only happened once this year,
and it was predominantly slashing injuries.
Wait, what? Why are we going here?
All right.
Usually it's broken limbs.
Freddie says goodbye, and he pulls his quarter on a string back out of the payphone.
Oh shit!
I hate you. Is there a little piece of gum attached to the string?
You're gonna have to pay 1 cool for that, Freddie.
Am I?
No,
yeah, probably.
That was just amazing. So yeah, like I said, so Bud Apple Skate Park is nearby. And it's just this rundown. It was shitty as soon as it was built. The ramps are too steep or too short. The rails are really low to the ground or really high up. Everything's just fucked up like that. And there's not even that much of anything. And it's just like the kind of skate park that nobody actually really uses. The serious skaters in town, there's a guy that has a little miniature skate park in his backyard that's mostly built out of plywood, and that's still way better than this, and that's where everybody actually skates. Nobody fucking skates at Bud Apple Skate Park. There will always be 1 or 2 people on skateboards there, but it just feels like they were paid to be there for scenery. Almost.
There's one kid there with multiple casts on.
Yeah, there's always a guy with a broken arm there for some reason. Yeah. But mostly it's drug dealing. So are y'all gonna head straight there, or do you want to head anywhere else in town first?
Franz gets another 20 signatures on the cards and then goes along with them.
Okay.
What are these cards?
The sorry for your loss cards.
So or unless you have some other means of planning to get in, Bud Apple Skate Park will require 1 cool from you to enter.
All right. That is 1 out of 8 cool.
Wow, am I cooler than you? Yeah,
there's not a formal bouncing system.
I'm level 10.
I should.
But if you don't,
the thing is,
one guy there, you're kind of a
10
douche.
cool. 10 cool, you're considered school royalty.
Then I'm school royalty, I guess. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You're an urban legend.
Nick is bad boy royalty.
It's just this filthy teen who just like hangs out.
And yet,
Seen
even
by
though
the
he's
creek.
bad boy royalty at your school, he hangs out with Spaghetti, who just like bullies him and beats him up.
We spend a lot of time blasting cigs in the creek.
Why are we blasting cigs?
That's just what you do. You gotta blast them.
You gotta blast them.
Nick, buddy,
I think-
you gotta inhale this as quickly as possible.
I think you're smoking it backwards.
No, dude, trust me. I heard this from my cousin. He's really cool. He said if you inhale it super fast, the nicotine actually passes right through you and you don't get addicted.
It's not supposed to catch fire like that.
You have to
I
inhale.
hear
Look, just
that
get in
chewing
the
the
car. Let's go.
filters gets you high.
Why are you using a torch?
So, so basically, when you enter the park, so Spaghetti, you're really primarily what's getting everyone through the door here. Like, you all have to spend the cool because you all have to keep your composure together here. But it's like, it's, you know, you see somebody there that you know right away.
Franklin Parnassus, Cripple King.
No, we're going with Tanya. Tanya is there. She's like somebody that
Tanya Turner.
you have like a very mild dealing partnership with at times, but it's like it's not very formal.
Tanya.
But that's, you know, she sees you and she kind of like waves you in. And importantly, the main skate park area isn't really where the main shit goes down, but like towards the back there's some trees and picnic benches and stuff, and there's like a little like runoff ditch of muddy water and shit like that back there, and people throw their trash in it. That's where the shit really goes down. And so as you approach that, it's Tanya who waves y'all over and is like, "Hey, Spaghetti."
This is like a really shitty municipal skate park.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like no one actually. Sometimes a cop walks past every like once a day, but otherwise it's just like a bunch of concrete at the edge of a public park.
Exactly. And it's the cops usually are only even here on like Fridays, and that's just like you just usually deal here, you know, on the weekdays rather than the weekends, because it's just like nothing's ever going to happen, you know?
All right, so yeah, we go in. I guess we look for Gary Benjerry, right?
Yep. That's where we're going.
It doesn't seem like your cousin's here yet.
All right. Tanya, what's going on?
I blast a cig, I guess.
Tanya's like, "What's up, Spaghetti?" And like, you know, gives you the handshake and everything. Y'all have some goofy handshake that you do at the skate park. It's not cool.
It was very sad.
Tanya, you know, she's got like long, greasy blonde hair, and she wears a beanie a lot, and she's just stoned all the time. And she also occasionally deals something a little harder, which is like one of the reasons you're not always so sure about her, Spaghetti. But Tanya definitely starts asking y'all right away, "Hey, what did y'all hear about fucking Gabriel and these kids from Millersville? What's up with that?"
Oh yes, it's very sad. Here, I have some cards. Would you like to sign for the families in mourning?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
I mean, Franz.
Danke. Real quick, is rollerblading athletics or driving?
Athletics.
Oh God.
And he pulls out some like very old and janky looking like 2x2 roller skates
And a pair of really short shorts.
Oh, he's already wearing those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry.
Franz, although there's only a handful of
apologize.
skaters here, if you make a successful athletics roll, I won't tell you what you're trying to hit.
Oh, God.
you will impress those people.
Cool. How do you do that again?
Roll 1 6-sided die, and if you want to add bonus, spend from the athletics pool.
I'm burning 3 athletics.
All right.
Wait, why is Kennedy?
I rolled a 5 total.
Why is Kennedy suddenly Brandyn?
I guess Brandon did that. All right, so it's something set in the account settings. So
That's pretty funny.
You skate around, and even though the park sucks, you manage to make yourself look somewhat cool. And
Which is very difficult in short shorts and like standard rollerblades.
Yeah.
Like roller skates, not even rollerblades.
So the skaters come over to you and like say what's up, and their names, the 2 that are hanging out there that day are Seth and Kyle.
Oh God.
And wow.
God.
And they come over and they're kind of like, good moves, dude, and like they're chatting you up. Do any of you have town lore?
Oh,
Actually, I do.
I was gonna say Franz.
I have 1 town lore.
Everybody's coughing.
So, Franz, Kyle mentions as you're talking and getting to know each other, and mostly you're talking about like skating and things like that, and it's just mostly like frivolous talk. But eventually, of course, like, you all have to mention the recent string of crimes. And Kyle mentions kind of offhandedly, well, this is kind of like what happened 5 years ago right here in the park.
Right here?
Right here. Yeah, right here.
And you realize, you remember from your crime research of the area, there was a somewhat famous killing of 3 teenagers in Bud Apple Park before it was a skate park. And they actually paved over the area where the killing took place and put the skate park there.
Oh.
So you're telling me this ground is cursed?
Okay.
And then he does like a kickflip. By which he like
with skates?
with skates. It's really impressive.
He just does like a scissor flip or a scissor kick.
Scissor flip. Oh God.
Scissor kick.
He does just a single axle spin.
Sounds terrifying.
Hey Franz, what part of Germany are you from that's skating so popular?
Hans down.
I learned to skate on the Autobahn.
Why is everything on the Autobahn with you?
All right.
Birds?
If it has wheels, it's on the Autobahn.
Birds don't have
Blade
wheels.
for your life, sucker.
Okay.
17 children died the year I learned to blade. Only half of them were auto collisions. The others were via knives. Paddle blades.
Are we working with the criminal?
All right, man. That sounds cool.
So Gary Ben Jerry shows up.
Holy shit.
And runs to the park. He is obviously really stoned. Apparently, Tanya was telling you, because she goes to Millersville, she was telling you that Millersville didn't have classes all day because 2 of their students went missing. Before it was even announced that they were dead, they just canceled all classes. And So, Gary shows up. He's obviously really high, and he just kind of comes wandering over. He's got his Game Boy with him, and is just fucking jamming out, as he comes over and sits down. He's just like, "Sub, dude," and he's just putting blocks down, Tetris,
I stand behind him and watch while I blast a cigarette.
What's up, G-Dog? How's it hanging?
Dude, like, got the day off school pretty sick.
So here's the deal. Our buddy Gabe, he got the shit kicked out of him, and we don't know how. And then, like, 2 other kids at your school died, and we think they're connected. Do you know anything about these 2 kids?
He's like, yeah, I met Joey a couple of times at some parties, and he and Susan, that's who you went to for the good coke.
Who the fuck?
Wait, they sell. Okay.
But I didn't really like, that's not really like my thing,
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls out a joint, and he's like, "You want to light up?"
All right, yeah, why not?
If anyone doesn't smoke weed, you have to spend 1 cool.
I can't get my visa revoked, so he's gonna burn a cool.
I smoke.
You guys, okay, so like Spaghetti's like taking a couple hits, and he's like, "You guys ever think about how like such a rural town, like a really rural area with like not a hugely significant population, has such a preponderance of teenage cocaine dealers?"
Oh yeah, it's very statistically unlikely. That's why I chose to come here.
You're asking a lot of questions.
Whoa.
I mean, really, actually, there aren't necessarily that many more cocaine dealers than now everyone that you've spoken to. Like,
Yeah.
which is suspicious unto itself.
We're already like aware of all of the cocaine dealers.
There are some very
In
open
town.
jacket dealers in this town.
Wait, does that say something about us? Is that
Says
like...
something about our town.
Wow.
I mean, y'all live in a Rust Belt town where the industry has been slowly bleeding out, and
So they turned to cocaine.
So they turned to the white.
The youth have turned to cocaine.
Yeah, the slaughter line of
the
industry
ones
is
that can
really...
afford it, meth is also increasingly popular, although that'll really take off in a few years.
The white devil and the white horse. Sorry. Okay.
I don't know these references.
All right.
Ignore me.
Shit, man. Do you know where like Susan and Joey, like, do you know if they had like a dealer or something?
I'm just watching
Gary's
him put
like,
these
yeah,
blocks
they
down.
definitely had somebody that they got their stuff from, but I never met him. He was not somebody that you got to meet very easy, Gary doesn't seem like he exactly knows who it was, but he says, "Listen, though, one of my buddies that I buy from gets from him sometimes. I just know him as J. That's
J.
Like just the letter J.
Not even J-A-Y. It's
no.
just gonna be J. Okay.
I told you the letter, dog.
J. All
Thank you
right.
very much for the name. Would you like to sign the morning
But
card?
my buddy who buys from Jay And Freddie, if I tell you this, you can't make this guy nervous, okay? I can't lose this connection.
All right. I'm cool. You know me. I'm cool. I'm chill like a penguin. I'm cool. I'm cool like what's those
Like
things
a
you find in
cucumber.
salad? Yeah, one of those. Weird long green vegetables. I don't know, man.
Zucchini.
Go see my buddy Armando. You remember we went to his house one time, like 6 months ago? He's writing
Yeah.
down the address in like
That was
on like a little
super-
notebook.
That was super sketchy. It was like he didn't even have parents. It was just him by himself in that house.
Yeah, Armando's parents haven't been there for a while. And if you fucking blow his situation, let CPS know he's living there without parents, he'll fucking kill your ass. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
So
And he
no
hands you the
blasting
address.
cigarettes.
No, you can totally blast cigarettes. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Honestly, we'll talk about this later. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right, cool. Hey, what's that off in the distance?
Oh, what's that?
Huh?
Who's that? Just
Up over the horizon,
What's that?
you see the Toppings Bottom family limousine. It's a Rolls Royce with the front, so it's open, so the driver is exposed to the elements, which he has like a poncho on. And then
So-
as that pulls up,
With the VW logo on it.
so and out steps Mortimer Toppings Bottom III, a boy that you have seen and heard of because, Mortimer Toppings Bottom Senior and Junior are always very prominently positioned in the business press doing. It's generally fracking or something at the school. It's never super clear, but
At the school?
well, again, you don't really understand how to interpret the business press. It's all very excited and needlessly optimistic. That being said, Mortimer Toppings Bottom, a homeschooled child, steps out and is wearing an impeccable, he's got knickers and a little waistcoat and, very much dressed like a 19th century fancy boy with buckles on his shoes. Hello, fellows.
Is this a pilgrim?
Why no?
God, it's a
Hold
net.
on. Well, really quickly, in a second, we'll come around and we'll discuss. All of you have met Mortimer before, and Mortimer, of course, you know all of these fine fellows as well.
Oh, I had smoke in my eyes. I'm
We'll get to
sorry.
that in a second. Mortimer, I just want to make sure you're 100% up to speed. Also, we've gained a few viewers since we last recapped exactly what's going on here. So, Mortimer, you know the game, of course, but we're playing Bubblegum Shoe. A game that you were modestly familiar with, thank goodness. And the mystery has been, y'all are in the town of Bloodsport, Michigan, and it's a town of about 15,000 people. Your friend Gabriel went missing. You went around looking for clues about him. Those eventually turned into Gabriel reappeared, but badly injured and is at the hospital. Or at least, that's all you really know, something along those lines. And 2 more students went missing from nearby Millersville High, which is the small township just north of Bloodsport that's like almost the same town, but is even poorer somehow.
Golly.
And Joey Strobel and Susan Rollin went missing. And then after the morning announcement that they went missing, before lunch, school was let out because it turned out that they had been found dead.
So it's important to get all the children out into the world where the killer is, so that they
Apparently.
Sure. No. I'm. Yeah.
And so
They just told
y'all
us
are
to
at,
scramble.
Bud Apple Skate Park, a pathetic, rundown skate park, one of those poorly thought out skate parks from the late 80s where nothing was actually designed by a skater. And
It's tile. Why? It's odd that this is a tile skate
there's a
park.
whole section it's mostly concrete, but there's a whole section that's tile in it.
Who let Tony Hawk design this?
And
Not Tony Hawk the skater, mind you, but Mr. Tonathan Hawk, inventor of the bird, the hawk.
Indeed. The Hawk inventor.
So, Bud Apple Skate Park, as we said, is a place that, it's
Sure,
more
it's
for
where all the
drug
cool
dealing.
teens, it's where some of the cool teens go to learn things. And that's why I've come here. I skipped out from my homeschool tutorials, which father makes me do, but I would ever so prefer to solve mysteries.
Are we sure he's not a
So,
pilgrim?
No, sir, I am not.
Okay.
Freddie, how do you know Mortimer?
I sold him oregano once. And the thing is, he knew it was oregano, and he was actually looking for oregano. I don't know what for. You could ask him why. But yeah, he thought it was great oregano.
I
Real grade A
sprinkle a
grade
little bit in
stuff.
my pockets. It's a nice zesty smell.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
man, whatever.
Nick, how
Yes.
do you know Mortimer?
I was the one that Biscotti stole the original oregano from and was left a note that said, "I'm giving this to Mortimer. Tell no one." And I said, "Who's Mortimer?" And then I found out who Mortimer was. A guy who eats oregano and puts it in his pocket.
I'm the one that smells of oregano.
Right. They're the
Fun.
oregano guy.
How do you know Mortimer?
Oh, Franz gets invited to all of their parties all the time because he is European. He does not show up a lot of the time, though, because Mortimer is kind of a dweeb.
Also, Mortimer is maybe in the Birdwatching Society with you?
Maybe.
Yeah, father
Yeah,
sponsors
checks
many bird watching societies. It's a legally mandated court order because he killed that eagle that one time.
Oh.
He's not a good man. That's why I'm rebelling against him by solving mysteries. This is my moral arc.
And Mortimer, if I may just ask you,
I
what is
feel like
it
I'm
you
high.
love so much about solving mysteries? And what was the last mystery you solved around town here?
Well, I've never actually solved a real mystery before. I spend a lot of my time on the compound, and it's good, but I've just recently found a way to get out because the gates are they're different now. They updated them. So I get to go do things, and it's fun to be outside. I've never solved a mystery, but I saw people with magnifying glasses, and that seemed like fun to follow them around.
All right. So
Wait, what's the last mystery? Nick, what's the last mystery we solved?
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah, Freddie and Nick, y'all solved a mystery recently. What was it?
I think it was like, why were all those bones coming out of that sewer refuse pipe going into the creek?
Nick, why were all those bones coming out of the sewer refuse pipe?
It's like a drainage pipe, one of those big drainage pipes. You can kind of walk into it.
It's right out back from the chicken slurry plant where they make all of the compound bases. Wow, I cannot talk today. Bases for chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they dispose of the bones in a fashion that is not good.
Yeah, so you found
Technically, it's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you busted that
we
story
didn't
wide
report
open.
it because we don't actually care.
Technically, it's not illegal. They're independent contractors.
Also,
I mean,
I know, Mortimer, you've never successfully solved a mystery, but Franz and Mortimer, you tried to solve a mystery together once, but it was a failure. Franz, what was that mystery that you tried to solve together?
Why was there a lynx rolling down the town streets in the middle of July? No, it was on a scooter.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Wow.
standing up?
And you never.
No, its paws were on the handlebars.
It's kind of like this, huh?
Yeah, like that. It wasn't standing. That would be ridiculous.
And you never found out why or if the lynx was even real. But Mortimer, what brought that brief relationship of trying to solve that particular mystery to an end?
We were chasing it on a different set of scooters, but ours ran out of battery.
Oh.
Yeah, they were designed for small children.
You know, battery scooters back then had really terrible battery life, if you remember. In the 90s?
Yeah.
Nowadays, I have a tractor
The battery was
attached to
huge and it
mine.
lasted like 5 minutes.
But if you're a small animal, it goes much faster, like a lynx, for example.
Yeah. Or what might have been a lynx on a scooter. I mean, you saw something.
It's hard to say.
All right, so Mortimer comes over to y'all,
Look, that oregano.
and you get the sense that you may not be able to get rid of him very easily, but you also know that whenever he comes to hang out, that there's kind of a cash flow around as a result. So maybe it'll be helpful enough with the mystery. I don't know. In any case, it is what it is now.
Okay.
Yeah, Freddie, like, just like he knows what the deal is. Hey, Mortimer. Hey, what's going on? What you doing around here, buddy? How you doing? You got enough oregano there?
Yeah, I love the smell of it. I just thought I'd come and listen to the clatter of the skateboards as they roll across the tile.
Stop stealing
Mortimer,
my
I'm going to
oregano.
need you to immediately spend 1 cool to enter Bud Apple Skate Park.
Oh, Mortimer has to spend 2 cool to come in here.
No, just 1.
I can't fight that, but thank you.
Stop stealing my oregano, for the love of God.
Franz
Wait.
reluctantly pulls out a bottle of sparkling water to hand to Mortimer because he knows the deal also.
Mortimer thanks him and then hurts his hand a little bit opening the bottle.
Dear God.
All right. You hear about these kids keep dying around town? You hear about our buddy Gabe? He got the shit kicked out of him.
I know. I was talking to my father's friend, who's a doctor, and he told me it was the worst injuries he'd ever seen because mostly people just die in the threshing machines, and they don't get about how that. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah, typically they get threshed in the thresher.
There's not a lot of work for the ER in the threshing situation, but they were able to save our friend.
All right, cool. We're about to go visit the house of a probably very violent drug dealer. You down?
I love experiences.
All right, cool.
This seems ill-advised, but okay.
Freddie passes the J back to his cousin, and like, all right, cool, man. Thanks for the help.
Don't give him that.
That's his. He brought it, man.
Well, we're taking it.
Don't. Come on. This is basic
+1
etiquette.
intimidate.
Auf Wiedersehen, Jean Bon Jovi.
Wait, what?
So y'all take off for Armando's house? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
We
All right.
pile into the 1983 Honda Vanquish. No, I'm sorry.
I wave off my driver. I've got it from here. Thank you.
Wait,
And the very nice vehicle drives away.
Oh, God damn it.
And you all
19
pile
yeah.
into Freddy's cigarette butt, roach-infested.
That roach
1983
being insect and
I'm just going to warn you, you're probably going to get ringworm from sitting in here.
Honda Prelude.
1983 Honda Prelude.
I've been super vaccinated. I'll never die.
I don't think that's a thing, but okay.
I don't know, man. I had one of those wax apples that like you get in fruit baskets and then you bite into and you think they're real, but they're not because they're actually just wax. It started rotting in here, and I was like, "How does wax rot?"
Are you eating plastic fruit?
No, it was wax.
no,
It
it's
wasn't plastic.
explicitly Vox.
That's so bad for you.
Anyway, we probably shouldn't stay in here for too long, so let's go.
I am getting lightheaded from the fumes.
Oh, God. Roll down the windows.
So,
I'm
The
trying.
windows don't work.
It's stuck.
There's a whole new ecosystem in here.
I've hurt my other hand.
there's
I'm dying.
some small mushrooms growing out of the carpets and the floorboard, Which, if
Recycle
that
that.
sounds
Don't
like
tou-
something
don't
too
touch those.
improbable to make up, I have actually seen that in a very dirty car
Don't
wash.
touch
The-
those, Franz. I'm
the-
going to try to sell those.
Should those be shooting out spores right now?
Really quick, I'm gonna pull up the map of Bloodsport. Just
Yeast infection.
for everyone's sake, for a moment. This is. Did it work? Hold on.
I mean, that's a picture of a town. Sure.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's
looks like San Andreas.
Bloodsport, Michigan.
I mean,
So the area where this is Millersville up here, and then this is Bloodsport. Millersville takes up more space, but it's mostly empty buildings because that's where the industry was like more centered. If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
And on this border, in this area, the housing kind of thins out somewhat. That's where Armando's house is. So, like, basically, there's some kind of tucked away, like, trailer parks and, like, little cabins, kind of, like, on, like, little bits of land that weren't too expensive, that someone built. Some of them a lot, like, you know, back in, like, the 60s or 70s before things were quite as, like, populated in this direct spot, because a lot of people kind of moved into cheaper and cheaper housing in areas like this.
Okay.
And so there's like a couple of like slightly nicer but still like mediocre kind of like log cabins, and then a lot of like trailers in this area. And Armando lives in a trailer that's like really tucked away. It's actually up a road so steep that you can't take Freddie's car up it because it's like such a badly graded gravel road. And you have to park at the bottom of the driveway and walk the rest of the way up to the trailer. And it's kind of a foreboding walk. The trees are heavy. Out front of the trailer are like a couple of like cars that are like mostly taken apart. There's also Armando has like a Jeep parked out front. That's what he drives around. There's like a barrel that he like seems like he burns trash in. And just like a lot of weird shit in the yard generally. Old farm tools.
This guy
like,
hates the environment.
Some like power conduit, like just old bicycles, all kinds of stuff. Just like kind of out here rusting.
I break off a bicycle handle.
The trailer seems kind of quiet as you approach, but then as you get closer, like there's like rock music kind of playing inside, like not super loud, but like moderate.
What kind of rock music?
AC/DC.
Oh, what's this old shit? I thought this guy was cool.
I mean,
I'm not gonna say that to his face though.
yeah. So anyway, that's the scene. You're all outside in his yard, his weedy, overgrown yard full of broken machines and stuff like that.
All right.
Mortimer,
I guess
you're muted.
Well, I walk up and ring the doorbell if no one's going to stop me. So
Jesus Christ!
There is not a working doorbell. There's like where a doorbell was, and then the button is gone. You know.
I get to that and am confused and like look over it.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Freddie's the only one who has actually been here before and kind of knows the guy. So he like runs up and kind of pushes Mortimer to the side and bangs on the door as you would.
God.
So there's silence for a minute.
I hide.
And then
I
there's
go
some
and
like
fucking
clattering,
hide.
like someone is like maybe like having to like push some cans aside or something. And then the door comes flying open and Armando's on the other side. He's like 17, 18 and fucking jacked. Like he makes all of you look like fucking children.
Well, we are. We're
I
like
mean,
16.
yeah, you're like freshmen and sophomores in high school. So,
I'm a
like a
17-year-old freshman.
by the way, Mortimer, what's
Yep.
your cool score?
My cool score is actually 9 because I threw a bunch of points in it, but it's not related to actually being cool. It's just I don't have the sort of social awareness to realize that what's happening is diminishing me.
Also,
Still the
I
coolest.
imagine a lot of it's just throwing money around.
And yeah, there's a bunch of it's that. Yeah, like so people
So Mortimer,
revere. Yeah,
since you have 9 cool, you're a sophomore. Just so you know.
I'm very small for a sophomore though.
Yeah, you look like you're a sophomore, but you're younger than a sophomore would normally be because you
I mean,
were pushed ahead.
Have
of
accelerated
grade.
education.
Yeah.
I am
He's
I am
due to the
home
homeschooling.
I'm home tutored, so they just said that to me. They're like, you're I don't know 10th grade, sure.
But why do you look malnourished?
I have food allergies. They're very particular.
There's the rub.
There it is.
Yeah, Mortimer has a celery allergy.
It's too spicy.
Celery. It's too spicy. Okay. Yeah, so Armando throws the door open. So he's a couple years older than any of you. And he's built like a truck. He has obviously been working out, maybe taking steroids. And he's also got like the kind of tattoos that scary people have, like a spider in a web,
A
knife,
clown on his
stabbing
cheek.
his own skin, teardrops, a clown, just like scary shit.
Several women's names crossed out already. Like it's like, oh, Deborah, nope. Jane,
Calvin Dean
8
on like
women's names
Janice.
on his neck in a line.
This guy's 18. Jesus.
This guy gets a lot of tail.
He has a photorealistic tattoo of Strom Thurmond on his bicep.
Should be putting the truck tail on the truck.
I don't like that anymore.
All right. Hey, Armando, it's Spaghetti. I was here with.
Spaghetti, you have a tattoo, right? Or at least one?
I have one, but it's only comes out when I'm very drunk.
You actually remember suddenly this is where you got your tattoo.
This is where I got the tattoo.
Armando did your tattoo.
Armando did it was like a stick and poke kind of thing. And
no,
now
he has a gun.
Oh, well, clearly Freddie doesn't really remember it. He does know that it's kind of like a little lopsided kitty cat face on his
the thing
like,
is, he has a tattoo gun, but he uses it like a stick and poke.
Yeah. He's not a good tattoo artist, but now Freddie has like
he's
a
really
little
rough with it. Like you really just theoretically just need to run it over someone's skin, but he's just like anyway.
It's a very ugly cat.
It's not even plugged in. You're just stabbing him. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Armando.
That looks like it's going to get infected. It did get infected, in fact.
So
you can tell from the way the purple creeps along the vein.
Armando's like, yeah, Freddie, I remember you. Who are these fucks?
These are my friends. It's Nick, Franz, and Morty. We're just hanging out. We're looking for a good time. We heard you could introduce us to the snows of the Andean mountains.
We're not. Wait, what?
You got money?
If I wanted
before I let you in here.
If I wanted Andean snowed water, I would have gone home.
Mortimer, pay the man.
Mortimer, if you're willing to drop 3 cool on this in terms of like just pulling out a big wad of cash and immediately being willing to spend it, then that will get everyone in.
Oh, money? Well, of course. Here's some. And Mortimer hands him a vague amount. Like it's unknown, but it's probably more than we would ever want to spend on cocaine as 12-year-olds or 16-year-olds.
All right, Armando looks at it and looks a little surprised that, some scrubby looking kids like you have this much money. But, once you have this many dollars, that starts to talk. So he's like, all right, I guess you're in. And he lets you into his living room. You can tell that like he's kind of got this space set up in his living room for dealing. And that's like the only space that is like heavily maintained. All around the edges, you can see like the rooms of the trailer that are like just trashed.
There's boxes full of like stuff. There's like a keyboard up against the wall. He was gonna like write some music for a while, but he's like, I'm sitting really. It's hard to play the piano, y'all. I should know. I'm very good.
So
there's like a poster of Fred Durst from Fred Durst, but it's got the eyes cut out of it, and it's very disconcerting. The eyes and the mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's using that for, but it's very.
Even the room he quote unquote maintains for hosting meetings like this is not that nice. It's an old grungy poker table, and around it are mostly milk crates. And the poker table itself is not on its like original legs, which would be too tall for this. It's set up on like an old spool that would have had like cable on it.
Hell yeah, I love a spool table. Fuck yeah.
You got the old spool, and then on top of that is a card table that is it would have been nice at one. It looks like it was actually like an actual casino table at one time, and like nice, but like, and which is weird unto itself. Where the fuck did that come from? But it's also seen better days, and then it saw some okay days between now and when you saw it.
And now he's using
not so good days, and now you're seeing it.
He's using the card shoe as an ashtray. It's all over.
The fabric is like, it was green at one time. Now it's many colors. Are
those the same mushrooms from your car?
I got them here, man. They only grow on carpet.
What a delightful ambiance.
So Armando sits y'all at the table, and he pulls out samples of like a pretty decent selection of drugs. He doesn't have everything necessarily, but he has cocaine, meth, PCP, marijuana, and a few other things. And he's like, "So what do you want?"
Well, I used to get like my coke from you know Joey Strokes and like Susan Rowley. Yeah, like you know them. We used to get it from them, and they had some good shit. And like I was trying to get more of that.
Serious that you mentioning their names. And he's like, "Yeah, what do you know about it?"
I just bought coke from them, man. That's all.
When's the last time you saw Joey?
I don't know, man. Like a couple weeks ago, not recently.
Damn.
Why? What happened?
They're fucking dead, dumbass. Do you watch the news?
Not really. You know, our town's kind of too small to have its own dedicated news station. It's kind of just one of those regional ones. And really, when they're covering our town, they just kind of cover the weather. And also, I don't really watch the news. You know.
Well, I guess you've had your head in the fucking sand because they're dead.
Oh shit, that's messed up, man. What happened?
I don't know, but I intend to fucking kill whoever killed Joey if I find him.
That's some heavy shit, man.
How
would you like
to kill them?
Armando has a gun on the table by him that you didn't notice right away because there's like some trash by it, and then you realize, like, in that pile of beer cans, there's a gun over by where he's sitting, and y'all are all on the opposite side of the table, and that doesn't seem like something that he set up by accident. Seems like how he operates.
I mean, it's rural Michigan. A lot of people have guns.
There's more guns in Bloodsport than people, for sure. There's 15,000-ish people, and there's at least 23,000 guns. Those are the registered ones.
Jesus.
We have one in every room of the house. We have 30 guns.
But they're all like, most of them are like flintlock or like muskets.
There's 4 muskets, 2 harpoon guns,
An
1
elephant
rocket
gun.
launcher.
There's
I feel
30
like-
guns in the house, and 2 of them have ever been fired.
There's a punt gun for some reason, and that's the only one that's been fired.
I mean, the 2 that have been fired are incredibly haunted. They are definitely cursed.
Yeah, they do own
Oh, yeah,
the revolver
there's-
that killed Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Father's a collector.
um,
Oh man, if you don't know what happened, man, and this is Freddie talking again. I don't know. Like I just, they seemed like cool people. I didn't know that they were like in trouble or something. Were they?
Armando seems like a little unsure about what he should say, and he just kind of gets quiet. And he just kind of finally is like, all right, are you buying or not? You feel like you might need to use some kind of
I'm going to use my grown-up face in order to say, yeah, we want 2 kilos and none of that cut shit. You hear me? I want it pure, unadulterated, no plaster, no dried glue, just the straight shit. You hear me?
Who's putting dry glue?
Armando's like, 2 kilos? Are you joking?
Do you know how much I have to snort nowadays in order to get the same high I can get from a warehouse rave in Germany?
He's very
Are you
sophisticated.
spending from that pool? Franz?
Yes.
How many points?
I will spend both of my points.
Okay. Armando seems pretty convinced that you're serious. And also, like, he looks at the wad of cash again that Mortimer handed on the way in, and like, that's a lot of money. So clearly y'all are not, completely joking around. And he looks thoughtful. And he says, all right, y'all cool chilling here for a little bit? You want anything?
Also, I feel I must clarify, because American culture and weights and measures, 1 kilogram is approximately 2.5 imperial pounds.
So, hey,
Armando
just looks like he's about to lose his patience again already.
hey, Armando, just a weird question. Have you heard do you have any theories about who might have done this to Joe? Can I roll negotiate or expend my 2 points and negotiate?
It's not really a negotiation.
I don't even know what it is.
Gossip? Do you have gossip?
No.
Armando's like more focused on getting whatever's done with his dealing now.
Okay.
So
My
he just kind of shrugs you off, Nick. Sorry.
Okay.
But he's like, do you want anything? Beer or something?
I will take a beer.
All right, he passes out some beers. He shoves the gun in his waistband, puts the hard drugs away, and then he heads off into the other room, makes a phone call.
Yes, he puts the hard drugs away and goes to get it. It's good that he put away the hard drugs when he went to get our 2 kilos of cocaine.
Well, no, he doesn't have it. He's making the call.
I don't realize that.
So that's what he's saying, is he doesn't have it. So he makes a phone call.
Can I cinch
He's
up
on the phone
and
for a
listen
little-
to it?
Yeah, he's on the phone for about like 2 to 3 minutes total. So Nick, you want to try to listen in while he's on the phone?
Yeah, I have sneakiness or sneaking.
Yeah, so you can try to sneak up close to the door where he's at. So the door, basically, it's like, it's just like a single wide trailer, but it's like a slightly long one. And so like way down at the end is like the bedroom that he's in, and that's where he's making the phone call from. And the door to that room is not closed, and it's at the end of the hall. So you're gonna have to kind of sneak and use all of the, just junk laying around, to help obscure your entrance to the hall. Thank you for the follow, Pat Danger. We're playing Bubblegum Shoe, the tabletop RPG. That's what we're up to. Roll sneak.
All right,
And
so
spend any points that you want to add as bonus to that roll.
it's just a D6, and I think I'm just gonna add like maybe I'll add 3 to it.
Okay.
And I got a 6.
All right. So you realize that like you can kind of hide in the doorway of the bathroom next to the bedroom and like crouch there and get a pretty clear listen on the conversation. You don't catch every single word, but he's definitely calling someone that he refers to as Jay. And he says, and there's a conversation about like, hey, I need you to come over here and make a sale. Yeah, they kind of seem like punks, but they might be serious. I don't know. They pulled out some real cash. I don't
Did he
think there'll
call
be
us
any
punks?
trouble in any case.
Mortimer.
And he kind of sounds like he kind of drops a little bit of a hint, like he almost sounds like, if we can't sell them something, we'll take their money anyway and kick them out of here, and just like hangs up.
Oh man, is there anything in the room that I can grab? Like big and heavy?
Yeah, there's like a lamp in the bathroom.
All right, I go into the bathroom. Just tell them I'm taking a leak.
Wait, guys! I got an idea. What if one of us, like while Freddy's whispering this, while Armando's on the phone, what if one of us takes my car and like trails, because he's obviously talking to Jay. Jay's the guy that Gary like told us about. So like, what if one of you guys takes my car and trails it when he leaves, like delivers the cocaine? We can just like take the cocaine. We'll just take the cocaine. It's fine, right?
He's coming here.
Yeah, we're gonna buy the cocaine. But when he leaves, one of us takes my car and follows him to wherever he's going. Because like this is a guy that everyone's been involved with that's been dying.
We walked here.
No, you drove there.
No, we drove
and
here.
then you had to park at the bottom of his driveway because it's too steep and badly graded.
Oh, that's his
gravel.
driveway. I'm sorry. I thought that was
mushroom car.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, no, I'm gonna go out to my car and I'm gonna wait in my car.
Wait, what?
But you're the person that knows this man.
It's fine. Franz is behind. Franz
So
is
Nick,
the one.
before you leave the bathroom, while they're having this conversation, you're about to like maybe head back to the table, or you're trying to decide what to do. You've picked up the lamp and you're like kind of wavering and wondering what he's gonna do. His phone rings. He picks it up, and he's like, "Yeah, Jay," and he's like, "Yeah, what?" He's like, "Listen, no, it's not gonna be like that. No, trust me." And he hangs up again.
I set down the lamp. I can't do this. I set the lamp back in the bathroom.
Are you just gonna head back to the table before
I guess
Armando gets there?
I feel like I don't
All right, so Freddie,
Where do y'all put the lamp in your bathroom? Because I have several, but they're all on pedestals and things.
I don't know.
Freddy's gonna
Right next to my
gonna
bust of the Millennium Falcon.
Nice. Just its head.
Yeah, exactly.
Freddy's gonna just while they're on the phone, he's just gonna be like, I'm gonna head out for a cigarette, and then head out the door, but kind of hide in the bushes.
I'm going to blast a cigarette, huh?
all right, so you're gonna stake out watching for the car to arrive.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch for the car outside.
Okay. Freddie, will you roll
Gonna die.
sneaking?
Sneaking? I'm sure I have some sneaking.
Oh, I hope you do.
Again,
Wait,
roll
hold on.
d6, spend as many points as you want to add bonus.
Yeah, let me just count up how many points I have, because I don't think I have everything assigned. And as the game says, we're allowed to just save stuff and assign it as needed.
Yeah.
24, 29. Okay, so I have, I'm going to say I have 5 sneaking. And I'm going to spend 2 of it. And let's see. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh, mama. Wait, how did you do
that?
Is that possible with the 2? Like, you had an added 2.
I added 2, yeah, so that's a 3 total.
So, you feel like you're in a good spot to watch the car and it's not going to necessarily see you. But Armando comes out to the table, sees Freddie missing. He's like, "Where's your buddy?"
He went to smoke. He's blasting a cigarette.
And he throws open the front door. And fortunately, from the trailer, you're perfectly visible. So
He's just crouching.
I need the lamp.
Just
crouching in the bushes, chain smoking.
Armando's like, "The fuck are you doing? Get back in here!"
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm just okay. And he heads back in. All right.
So y'all wait a few minutes with Armando. And Armando is just drinking beers and doesn't seem that inclined to say much unless someone's going to provoke him to talk during this time.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
Bro, how do you stay so shredded if you're drinking beer all the time?
Armando is on the roid.
I mean,
what does he say? What's his answer? Is that his answer?
I'm on the roids.
He says, "I take steroids, dude."
Oh, all right. Okay.
Don't say
Oh, yeah, what are you benching? You must bench what? 350, 400?
Bench you over my fucking head, nerd.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I'm scrawny. That's why I was asking your max reps. Just trying to make conversation.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, this beer is going right through me. I gotta go to the bathroom again. Go and grab the lamp. Done with this guy.
All right, so while Nick is in the bathroom, you hear the rumble of a very loud engine outside.
Done this earlier.
As someone pulls up at the bottom of the hill and also parks down where y'all are, because clearly their car also isn't capable of the climb. Again, Armando drives like a Jeep to get up this terrible, poorly graded hill.
Why do you live here?
His parents aren't there. It's cool.
Yeah, because he has a situation worked out where he has no guardians, even though he's only 17.
Yes, this does seem a healthy environment.
It's not such a bad idea to knock.
And
this
Franz
guy
is
out.
just knocking back a Heineken, looking out the window to see what kind of car it is.
It's you can't see from here because it's down the hill. But walking up the hill comes who you assume must be Jay, and he is flanked by someone who must be his muscle. You could pretty much tell that because The guy next to him is like 6'5", and you're pretty sure he's on the wrestling team, or maybe football, or maybe
Better not.
I don't know. He definitely does some sports.
Better not be my brother. Oh
Yeah,
God.
so he's like 6'5" and huge. The guy like walking behind him. Jay is like a kind of wiry, just like very pasty looking dude with like, he's trying to grow his best mustache, but he's like 17, 18, 19 at best, you know? And it's like not that great, but he's determined to like grow this ratty mustache. And he is like wearing this hoodie, and it's like really well groomed though. It's like the best groomed shitty mustache imaginable situation, you know? Like he wants it to be something.
So
And,
we know this guy's full name then?
You haven't met him before. You just know him as Jay so far. He has got like a hoodie on, but it's like you notice right away it's kind of a nice hoodie, and he also is wearing like a fancy watch, and like even though he's like dressed kind of like low-key street, almost like a skate punk, when you look closely there's some indicators of money. And his bodyguard is kind of the same way, and they come in to the trailer. You know, it's immediately just kind of like the room feels very serious. It does not feel like these guys come anywhere to mess around. And the bodyguard opens his coat, and he's got 2 kilos of cocaine in his jacket, and he pulls them out and he sets them on the table. And Jay sits down. And he says, "Call me Jay. You
Hello,
blow
Jay.
this, and you never meeting me again."
Yeah, okay. And Franz pulls out a tiny little knife from his boot and motions to the muscle to like put one of the packages down.
I mean, he put them both on the table. If you wanna?
All right. And then he pulls out a tiny little flask of isopropyl alcohol.
What?
For testing the purity or whatever, right? That's how
He's
it
very
works.
sophisticated.
It is also a little vial of alcohol from a junior detective crime scene kit. I want to make clear.
Damn.
Yeah, it's real pure.
Franz is.
I mean, it's maybe not the best ever or anything, but like, you're not gonna find anything better in this town.
Yeah, I suppose this'll do. This'll do. You guys got any objections to this?
I am in the bathroom.
How much is this gonna cost us?
So with the money Mortimer already put down, if y'all chip in 3 more cool from whoever wants to do it, you can pay for half of it. And if you chip in 6 more cool total, you can pay for all of it. That's up to all of you. Mortimer, you can be involved too.
Hold on. I want to negotiate.
Okay.
Is that how you say it?
Out of negotiate as you want to increase the effectiveness, and then tell me how you negotiate.
I snort a bunch of coke off the
Okay,
toilet seat
wait,
in the
let's
bathroom.
do it. I'm gonna use intimidate.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm gonna use intimidate. I'm gonna be like, hey, all right, guys, let's clear the air a little bit. We know that you have just lost 2 of your most prominent dealers. You don't have a lot of people who are trying to move this much weight. And let's be honest here. If we're buying 2 kilograms from you, if we're buying 2 kilos from you, we're trying to sell it. You don't have that many other customers looking to move this much. I'm not stuttering. You don't have this many customers trying to move this much
I'm
weight.
not stuttering. You're stuttering.
Let's be honest. You want to sell this. We're the only game in town. So maybe let's try to find a more agreeable price. And I'm gonna burn three intimidate
Okay.
on this.
So he
No whammy,
seems
no
a little taken aback that you're being so forceful in the negotiation. Like he clearly didn't expect this. And he's like, you have some business sense, I'll give you that. I can cut you a little bit of a deal, but I'm already short product because of what happened. I can't be making deals for everyone in town right now. You move some of this, you prove to me you got the skills, then you come back and I'll front you more.
What
became drug
happened?
dealers.
Like, why were they hurt?
Yeah,
'Cause if I'm walking around with all this, I wanna know. I'm not gonna be getting a cap busted in mine ass.
Jay just laughs at you. And he's like, you're trying to buy 2 kilos of cocaine and suddenly you're worried about the danger? Okay. Is this even real?
Oh yeah, it's real.
Like
It's
you
real.
said.
It's real. Okay, how much do we have to spend now with the intimidate roll?
With the intimidate roll, if you just
Not roll, but
or with the intimidate spend, if you just throw down, if somebody just throws down one more cool worth of pulling out cash.
Oh yeah, I'll throw.
I will throw open the door with my nose covered in coke and say, "We're not fucking around."
Just slap $200 on the table.
2 kilos is like probably 50K
Yeah.
at least.
Back in the day,
Nice.
it used to be cheaper.
Be cheaper.
Just
Inflation, man.
This coked out teenager comes flying out of the bathroom.
Just throws down $3,000.
He just found some coke in the bathroom.
No, I had coke in my pocket. I've had a bag of coke this entire time.
Yeah, he got it last session.
I don't know why we're buying more. I'm okay with it.
All right, so Jay seems inclined to make the deal with you after all once Nick comes out and produces more cash that he conveniently apparently had quite a lot of money on him as well today.
I found it in the bathroom.
You don't say that out loud.
I don't say it out loud.
He didn't
but
say
I was
which
snooping
bathroom.
around in there.
He didn't say
What?
which bathroom. He actually found it in the school bathroom.
Cocaine dead drop.
I mean, maybe. Somebody's dead. Take it back.
Yeah, Nick, actually, if you want to, instead of spend cool, spend preparedness.
Okay, I've got a shit ton of, a lot of that. Wow.
You can swear.
I keep
It's fine.
forgetting.
I've been swearing a lot.
Yeah, I have 10 preparedness. So
yeah,
I'm
spend a
extra
point out of preparedness instead, and we'll say that you found this money in the school bathroom this morning.
Alrighty. Man.
You didn't
I
tell
am a
anyone
lucky
because you
fella.
thought maybe you just keep it to yourself, you know.
Yes, indeed. That is totally like nicotine.
So so as Jay is like helping y'all package it out into some better bag sizes and things like that, because it was kind of in some crude packaging as it comes here. And just like
better
also
bags
like
than
it's a
this,
chance to just
man.
weigh it and verify here's what you're getting, etc. There's an opportunity to possibly question him about what he knows about Joey and Susan.
Hey man, so just so you know, we hear some shit's going on. We're just trying to keep aware of the situation, trying to avoid anything. You know, if you know anything, we'd like to hear about it. You know, so we can come back and maybe do some more business.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'll tell it to you straight. I was thinking about hunting down Joey and Susan myself and having some kind of word with them because some product went missing. And I thought they might be responsible. But now that they're dead, I don't know what to think.
Hey, I mean, since we're newly invested partners in this, why don't we go investigate for you?
Listen, you find out what happened to them, I'll pay off some of your tab.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, that's what we're selling, man. Come on.
It's good that we now have an incentive to solve a murder.
I swear to God, Biscotti.
Um,
I'm gonna blast you with a cigarette in a second.
That's toppings insane, man. Not Biscotti.
do any of you have? Oh wait, I already asked this earlier. Some of you have town lore, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
The
my
journalist.
family,
I have a
my
little
family's
bit.
lived here for several generations. All of those large pillars on the hillside, those are our family's tombs.
Mortimer.
All of the catacombs?
Those you mean the toppings bottom catacombs? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep forgetting that's your last name.
Why does everyone giggle?
So Mortimer, how many points would you like to spend to increase the effect of your town lore in this situation? Because you start to realize something is familiar here.
Well, I'm recognizing a lot of these street names and people names and contexts. And also, my father keeps yelling about how there's no cocaine in this fucking town. I'll spend both.
Okay.
Or-
You
well,
realize you recognize Jay. That's
Wait, I know.
Constantine Garfield Heathcliff.
Ha, 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 ha.
He's like the only kid in town that might be richer than you.
Why, I knew I recognized you. You have not been at fencing club for the last couple of weeks. I have missed not sparring with you. You're quite talented.
Jay suddenly looks distressed.
Didn't
And
even
he's
realize
like,
I was
"Shut up,
sitting there
dude.
because it's
What
like
the
doesn't
hell?"
even. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jay. Never mind.
Since he didn't drop his real name, he seems to let it go this time, but he definitely gives you a look like, don't blow my fucking cover, dude. He looks so different like this. Like he wears his hair different, you know? But then you realize it's that fucking mustache, you know? Like Constantine's always got that well-groomed mustache that he's so proud of when he's fucking prancing about in his tennis shorts.
His
You
name
know.
is Constantine.
He cut a small hole in his fencing
Yeah,
mask so you could see the
Garfield
mustache.
Heathcliff.
Oh my God.
His mom invented Garfield and his dad invented Heathcliff. And that's
Can
why
you
they're
put
so
that
rich.
and then drop that for the viewers just so they know what
His
what they're
mom is
dealing
Jim
with.
Davis.
That's actually a bit of a myth. The Jim Davis Corporation oversees those assets, but ultimately it's just a fictitious entity.
Yeah,
Jim
Davis
Davis is no more real than Mr. Coffee.
So Jim Davis is actually Jen Davis. Okay, I get it.
Spaghetti, you're muted.
Jim Davis has actually been dead for about 76 years or so. And actually, it's just sort of a pseudonym that is passed on through society. It's a whole Yellow King situation. Don't worry about it.
I feel like we're gonna get an email about this, but we're so insignificant as a podcast. I don't think it'll matter.
So let's really quickly recap some of the most relevant clues right now, because
I will definitely answer that email should it come. Sorry, please go on.
here's where things are kind of at now. You know that Jay was robbed a few days, or it's a little bit indeterminate, but recently.
What are
You
swinging
know
around?
that Gabriel went
Oh,
missing
headphone cable.
last Friday, or sorry, around the weekend, roughly. He reappears badly injured and is at the hospital. You had a weird confrontation with his uncle, who was acting strange and obviously trying to get things out of the house. Also, Cassandra Stickler was one of the last people to talk to him. They definitely talked about drugs, and she is involved with Jay probably, or Armando, or some of this crew in some way as well. And that's relevant. Joey and Susan are dead. And Jay and Armando are your new sketchy drug dealer friends.
Yay! Oops.
So
Well, our new sketchy drug dealers.
yeah,
Yeah.
not necessarily friends.
We're just further up the pipeline now.
So you don't necessarily have any strong suspects, but you do have leads. And
leaks.
did you wanna ask Jay and Armando any more questions, or did you want to try to follow up with something else? You could also, there's other people Gabriel knew, other places he went. There's other things you might be able to find out about Joey and Susan.
Hey,
the
Jay.
uncle,
Weird
Cassandra,
question.
Michelle.
Jay, weird
Rebecca?
question. Oh.
Yeah.
Jay,
Anyway.
Jay, weird question here for you. Probably a weird answer. Do you have any ideas for who we should be looking into for this whole Joey thing? Because obviously somebody has that stuff.
Jay gives it some thought, and then he says, there is this guy that used to go to Millersville High.
Oh. Wait,
whose
don't you
name
go
was,
there?
yeah, but this guy used to go there, and he got thrown out.
Oh,
His name is Clark.
Oh, God.
And Clark has been my least reliable dealer for the last couple of years. And about 6 months ago, I just cut him loose, told him, find somebody else to get your stuff from.
So maybe
I
we
know
should
he
check
still
on
deals. I know sometimes he even still deals my product, probably gets it through somebody else. I don't fucking care.
You got an address for this guy?
No, but anyway, his name is Clark Cody.
What?
Clark Cody Cabbage?
Yeah.
Clark Codeine?
Yeah,
Clark-
Clark Codeine.
I think I know this guy from a rave.
Yeah.
We have raves in this town?
That's what
Yeah,
that's what I know him as anyway. Clark Codeine. Yeah. He runs some of the raves sometimes and stuff anyway.
I'm River Rat royalty, so
I think he might be involved somehow. I don't really know for sure, but if anyone's got a reason to screw me out of a lot of product, it's Clark.
Yeah, those raves that we have in the middle of cornfields? It's those.
Those are my family's cornfields, but it's fine.
Let's see.
Who's been shooting at us in the cornfields?
The guards.
Oh.
Do any of you have gossip? Points in gossip?
I think he asked this before.
Of course. I keep up with many town affairs through a various network of surveillance cameras that I can watch.
Mortimer, you're pretty sure that Clark Codeine is planning a party because there's this warehouse that he has some of his parties in. And you have a camera outside of it, obviously.
Well, sure. I love to watch. I love to watch boats arrive.
You are such a creep.
Also, you don't live on the water, so that boats arrive statement is very mysterious.
Warehouse isn't a dock. You're right. I don't know. I'm drawing stuff in my brain. I just like to watch shipping products being moved around. It's soothing to know things are in their place.
Sitting at the
I
docks.
just love transportation.
Logistics is my favorite.
Look, I don't have a lot of. I have interesting. I've built a character. This is what it does.
This is beautiful.
Great. When you hurt your hand opening the bottle, that was when I knew that you had given this enough thought. Yeah, so Mortimer, you remember from hearing, or not from hearing gossip, but from seeing gossip on the video camera that Clark is probably planning a party. If you spend a point or two, I'll probably tell you what day.
Well, I've only got the one, so let's do that.
All right, so Friday.
Let's see if it gets it there.
So right now it's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday, and Clark is going to be throwing a party at the warehouse. You're sure of this because you saw a flyer that said the word Friday on it clearly on the camera.
It was stuck to the front of the camera for some time, but then a bird pulled it off, and I could see the shipping again.
So Clark is clearly planning a party for Friday. And I think we will end this here. It's getting late on Thursday for your characters, and a lot of you may need to get home soon before your parents start asking questions. But you know that Clark Coding's party on Friday could be a place to get some answers, or at least ask more questions.
Wide open.
Freddie, do you have something to say?
Or ecstasy.
Or yeah, sure. So the warehouse rave Friday will resume Friday morning. Y'all will have the chance to do a little bit more investigating before the rave if you come with anything else you'd like to do before then. Otherwise, we can pretty much cut straight to the rave on Friday when we come back next week. Up to y'all. Thanks for everybody for watching. Rolling through it. We keep changing the name. I don't know. We're just having fun around here. And we're going to keep playing Bubblegum Shoe. And one of these days, we'll solve this mystery.
One of these days.
Who keeps killing all these small town cocaine dealers? Find out next week on Rolling Through It.